Welcome to our science session. So children, we have already completed the two chapters in your class, that is nutrition in plants and nutrition in animals. So today we will begin with a new chapter, that is fiber to fabric. So this we have already learned and studied in the previous class also in the 6th standard. So I hope you have some knowledge about this chapter. So how this fiber is converted to fabric, that is what is the process carried out to convert from fiber to fabric, that we will study in this chapter. So as you know children, there are different types of fibers which comes from different sources, that is like plants and animals. So usually plant fibers are jute and cotton, and animal fibers, for example, wool and silk. So there are so many examples for different types of fibers. But today we'll study about the wool and about the silk. So as you know children, wool is obtained from the sheep, isn't it? So wool is obtained from the sheep. But which part of the body of the sheep is producing the wool? It is called as fleece. Okay? It is nothing but the hair of the sheep. So hair of the sheep, we will call it as the fleece. So usually from this we are getting the wool. But how the wool obtained from the sheep is converted into woolen yarn like this? Okay, you can see here, this we call it as a woolen yarn. So from again this woolen yarn we are knitting the sweaters. Okay, so how this from the wool is converted into yarn, and from the yarn how it is converted into sweater. So that we will learn in this chapter. And even we are getting the silk from the cocoons of the silk moth. So usually the cocoons will be like this. Okay, so here there will be a thread like silk threads present on over these cocoons. So these are the silk cocoons. So from these silk cocoons we are getting the silk threads, and from these silk threads they are woven into silk sarees. So like this. So here this silk is obtained from the silk cocoons. So these silk cocoons, they will help in weaving the silk sarees. So what is the process carried out for converting from this fiber to fabric? So all this process we will study in this chapter. Fibers are used to make yarn, which in turn are used to make the fabrics. Fibers that are obtained from the plants are called as plant fibers. Example, jute and cotton. Fibers that are obtained from the animals are called as animal fibers. Example, silk and wool. So, wool comes from the sheep or goat, yak and some other animals. But mainly the wool is obtained from the sheep. So, these wool yielding animals bear hair on their body. Do you know why these animals have a thick coat of hair? Hair trap a lot of air, and air is a poor conductor of heat. So, hair keeps these animals warm, and wool is derived from these hairy fibers, which in turn are used to make the sweaters, socks, and many other materials. So, like us, this hairy skin of the sheep has two types of fibers that form its fleece, the coarse paired hair and the fine soft under hair close to the skin. The fine hair provides the fibers for making the wool. Some breeds of sheep possess only fine under hairs. Their parents are specially chosen to give birth to sheep which have only soft under hair. This process of selecting parents for obtaining special characters in their offspring, such as soft underhair in sheep, is termed as selective breeding. There are some animals which gives wool other than the sheep. So these animals, for example, yak. The yak wool is common in Tibet and Ladakh. Mohair is obtained from Angora goats found in the hilly regions such as Jammu and Kashmir. Wool is also obtained from the goat hair. The underfur of Kashmiri goat is soft and it is woven into fine shawls called as pashmina shawls. The fur hair on the body of the camels is also used as the wool. Llama and alpaca is found in South America. They are So I hope children you understood about the animal fibers, that is the wool. So how this wool is produced from the fleece of the sheep, and how it is obtained, and what are the different selective breeds that helps in giving good quality of the wool, and what are the different animals that are used for the wool, that is in the different regions. So all this you have studied in this session. So I hope you understood in this session. Thank you.